It has been called the nice social network, which in 2019 seems a bit like a contradiction of terms, but we are here to explain to you exactly what it is. It being TikTok. What is it? Well, to explain that, we have Claire Riley from the technology website CNET, and we have Ben Grubb from the Sydney Morning Herald. What is it, Ben Grubb?
It's kind of like what Vine was, I feel, with music. So short videos that people can upload of themselves to the app. They are often fast-paced. I think is about 15 seconds.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, as the
Vine
max.
was 6 seconds, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
so there's a bit more.
Think of the possibilities with those additional 9 seconds.
It allows for that additional 9 seconds of nuance. And often it's younger people, just another way to go viral on the line. Music.
You have never seemed older. I swear to you.
Our TikTok careers are over, guys. Everyone in this room can't be.
There
Wow.
are nurse influencers on there.
What?
Yes.
No. No, that needs explaining.
Well, there is a nurse on there, and that's profiled in the Wall Street Journal recently. One of the people from TikTok now is her manager and goes through the data to tell her what didn't work and did work and what she should be doing more of.
She's endorsing her favourite Scrubs brand as well. That's how big of a profile she has because she's just that famous. Wow. I think the thing that is interesting for me about this is imagine it's not horizontal. So you're getting portrait style videos.
So I'll need the Zimmer frame to consume it properly.
Absolutely.
Understood.
There's a lot of remixing there. So whilst, and I think we saw this a bit with Vine, but imagine stuff like YouTube. It's a lot more kind of images as reference points. So, memes everywhere. A video can become a meme in itself, and then everyone on TikTok will really quickly copy that and start doing their own versions. Pretty much all of them are set to music. You can kind of have like Dolly Parton or Adele in the app, and that's your backing music. But one of them was Adele singing Someone Like You, and it was from a concert, so it zooms in on this goldfish in a bowl while Adele's singing, and then it pans out to all these goldfish crackers, which have the audio accompanying them of the whole crowd singing. So it's like the little crackers are singing along to Goldfish Adele. And then everyone reappropriated that like immediately into gummy bears singing or dogs singing. So it's kind of these reference points that get reworked and remixed and then just memeified, and they kind of take on a life of their own. And it happens super quickly because, young people are reacting quickly and they want to know what is big. Game of Thrones is big this week. Okay, let's do reaction videos straight away.
I think that what makes TikTok so powerful is the editing tools that they provide. Editing video is tedious.
Yes, it is, Benjamin Grubb.
You would know. And
doing it on your phone is even worse. I went
Yes.
along to a trade show one year and had to shoot and edit video on my phone, and it was just me screaming in my hotel room.
And the reason that it is that way is often if you're doing any sort of like processing of video, for every second there's something like between 30 frames to maybe 60, even 120 frames depending on what you're using to shoot the video. And for every frame, if you're going to speed up, it has to change every single frame. If you're going to put a bit of text on there, it needs to do it in every single of those frames as well. And so that can become quite process intensive. And now that we've got these smartphones that are really powerful, it's only now that I think, Instagram, Snapchat and various other social networks are starting to embrace that. And as a result, you might be wondering, why is my smartphone battery like dying all the time? Well, it might be because, you're using these apps that are taking up all that battery life and using all that processing power. Yeah, that's the most powerful thing about TikTok is the video editing capabilities that allow you to do these really creative things that are, look really fun to watch.
Where is TikTok from, Claire?
So TikTok is from China, and
That's different.
Yeah, it's a massive social media company over there. So I remember when I was first looking into it, I was like, where are these guys from? But it's got a lot of the aesthetics that people would recognize from things like Instagram, really simple interface, and it sort of borrows heavily from stuff like Instagram, Facebook, Vine in that sense. I mean, obviously when you think about Chinese social media companies, you have the massive reach of user numbers there. They are massive, and of course for everyone on the outside, we don't understand how it works, but we know that the children are using it and therefore we have to get in.
There obviously has been some recent coverage of security issues with major Chinese technology companies, particularly I'm thinking of Huawei. Is there any indication that there is a security concern component with TikTok?
So I think the fact is that any company in China has to be loyal to the Chinese government. It's just, that's the fact. That's why there's some concerns about like the dating app Grindr, which is now owned by a Chinese company as well. It's used by gay men, and often explicit pictures are traded on that app. What happens then? Can that be used for espionage purposes and blackmail? They're legitimate questions, but haven't actually seen an incident or someone say, but would we know?
I think the bigger concern for me is less kind of state security and more the fact that you have, you know, millions upon millions of young people, under 18, under 16, a lot of girls using this app, a lot of boys using this app. There are a lot of concerns about the spread of child exploitation material or stuff that's just kind of not okay.
And India was cracking down on this recently.
Yeah,
right?
they banned it. And when you have stuff that's shared so quickly and repurposed, it can be amazing how hard it is to crack down on stuff if it's not okay. And also some of the videos are kind of like, they get borderline weird. And if you're looking at like young girls filming themselves in their bedroom, I think they start to become grey areas pretty quickly.
All right, there's lots more of this in the podcast of Download the Show. We're also talking about podcasting. Should podcasting move behind a paywall? Is that the key to ensuring its future? And Apple did something that some people think is dodgy. What is it? You'll just have to get the podcast to find out. Huge thank you to our panelists, and we will catch you next week.